Hey, g'day, KW team. How you doing? This is Bruce
And Sean here, of course.
hey guys, we just wanted to come to you today to talk to you about some changes that are coming. The world is constantly changing. The economics of business and of life in general are changing, and we want to share with you some of the changes that are coming for us, right?
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
I just want to start out with this idea of our Y4C2Ts, right? And it begins with win-win or no deal. And so I want to talk to you about the economic changes that we're looking to make. And I think we've really, as we've thought this through, Sean, right, we've created, I believe, a real win-win
I think so.
opportunity.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So let's get into, and we'll just talk about this specifically. There you go. So changes that we're looking to make is that we need to raise the cap. Now, in order to do that in a win-win way, what we've decided to do is that we're going to grandfather everybody who's with us. In fact, to the point where we will do this over the course of 4 years. So for the next 2 anniversary years for you, your cap does not change. So we're talking about this today, right? But it's not really coming into effect for anybody.
Right. For a full 2 years.
For a full 2 years.
Yeah. We're really excited about this. We've been talking about it actually since last December. So it's been a full year that we've been talking about it and trying to make the logistics work. And now we're at that place where we finally found a spot. We think that it's a sweet spot for everybody. It's a sweet spot going forward. For you and for the owners, for sure, and also for the agents who are our customers, you guys. And so, just like Bruce said, you're really not going to see a change necessarily in the first 2 years. So let's talk a little bit about some specifics, some meaningful specifics, so that they know exactly what that looks like. In year 1 and 2, you guys, your cap is at $9,000. We're grandfathering you in at $9,000. 11 if you're a dual agent, of course. And that's in year number 1 and year number 2. So starting in January, for those of you who are starting your re-up on your contract, we'll sit down, we'll go through the ICA, and that will begin year number 1 for you. And then we'll go year number 2. Year number 3, we're going to soft bump. It just goes up to 11.5 for independents. This is solo. And then if you're dual license, 13.5 for that year. And then in year 4, 2029, we're going to bump up to 14, which is consistent with all our new incoming agents. So every agent that's coming on board now, starting today, they're starting off at 14,000 and or 16 if they're dual licensed.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think about this, the cost of doing business has gone up. And as we've thought about this is not just an arbitrary number that we've come up with. We've done what we would call guerrilla warfare, where we've actually gone out and we've looked at all the economic models of all the brokerages in the Spokane market. Our goal is not to be the cheapest, it's not to be the most expensive, but it is to be the best value. And I believe with all the changes that we've been implementing, we're bringing more and more value. Here's what I know about us as realtors, right? We're always weighing cost and benefit. And as long as the benefit exceeds the cost is immaterial. It's only when the scale tips the other way that now a cost becomes an issue. And by the way, it's the reason why many of the traditional real estate companies, particularly here in Spokane, still will charge double or more than what we charge. And yet they haven't closed their doors because people perceive value from that. So I think from our perspective, this gives us 2 years to make sure that everyone in the market center is experiencing and taking advantage of the value that we're providing.
100%. And I think value starts, and I think you guys can all see it. It's demonstrated in the physical space that we're in. And so that's the very first step of the value proposition that we're delivering. The second value proposition, which is even more opportunistic for you guys, is having Bruce and I here that you can tap into. There is nobody in this marketplace that has done a better job in terms of building a real estate empire, one that is an asset that is saleable, was sold, and is still reaping profit from it today than what Bruce has done. And so if that's part of your desire as a real estate agent, it's the opportunity to tap into that is phenomenal. So from a value proposition, absolutely phenomenal. But again, just like any value out there, you have to tap into it in order for you to benefit from it. And so part of that value proposition is the physical, tangible, and then it's the people that you have around you, and then it's everything else that we're delivering as well.
Yeah. And to give you some context, we're in our 25th year. We launched this business back in April of 2000. And our cap back in those days was 18,000. Our split was 70-30.
Mm-hmm.
So the economics have changed dramatically for you. And by the way, to the better. And in fact, when we actually launched 25 years ago, average sales price in Spokane was 133,000. So so it was a higher cap, not as attractive a split as we have today. So we feel like that's a win. And by the way, as prices have continued to rise, the opportunity for you continues to go up. So here's the other thing, right? As a company, we are committed to sharing almost half the profits of the company with you. And we'd really love for you to take advantage of that. Now, as we roll this out, and again, everybody's going to get 2 full anniversary years at the current cap before they see any fundamental change to their cap. We want to make sure, one, that we've answered all of your questions. So please, please don't hesitate to come and talk to either Sean, myself, or Janae. And if you've got any questions about what we're doing. Secondly, I want to encourage you to come in. Keller Williams Realty is really a training, coaching, consulting company. And here's what I know is that when we have moved everybody to a $14,000 cap, we can offset that by simply helping you with your productivity. Now, if you don't take advantage of that, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. And quite honestly, us an injustice, right? Because we can help you do more transactions and help you net more money.
Guaranteed. I mean, that's absolutely true. And that's the really exciting proposition, you guys. And as you see, we're bringing together other events, other opportunities for you to come in, for you to network, for you to demonstrate your expertise as well. So we are really going full charge on service and growth. That is our mantra. That's what we're driving towards. That's what we're striving towards. And this is just going to help us get there. This is, in my mind, this is a tremendous blessing. Bruce, we offered this up for 2 years. Thank you. Honestly, very, very generous. And then that jumps to 11.5 to 14. Again, to me, it's a no-brainer. It's a pretty easy proposition, especially given the value that we provide.
Absolutely. So again, if we look back in the spirit of the Y4C2Ts, it is about win-win. And I just want to make sure that everybody's aware we are totally transparent. We have no hidden agendas here. And we want to make ourselves available to you. Guys, also want to take this opportunity to wish you all the very, very best for the holidays and a very, very Merry Christmas. Thanks for taking the time to listen to us. And again, don't hesitate to come talk to us.
See you guys next week.
Bye. Okay, let's see what we got.